I'm trying to show motion blur as an extra, I guess. I have the motion, or I have the shutter speed really low, so it looks like everything is blurring. Whereas if I had a fast shutter speed, which I'm gonna have to compensate for the light here, and this is at normal, so as you can see, you can still see everything happening without the whole blur. And then when I crank it up again, as more light comes in because the shutter's slower, but everything is beginning to blur again. Balanced with white. The next one we're going to do is green. Since we balanced for green, everything is going to look red or reddish because it's on the opposite side of the spectrum. We're going to do blue next, so everything... Oh, actually, we're going to do red next, so that everything looks blue. So now that we balanced for red, or on a red card, everything's going to have a slight tinge of green or lime. And that's our experimental light balancing, or white balancing.
Yeah, the gain is at 0. F-stop is at 2.8.
Okay, and what's the shutter speed at?
1/8.
1/8. And you're seeing this right here?
Yeah, we're seeing the drops.
Let's boost the gain up too, and let's see what that does.
You want it in zoomed in
Boost
or
the gain up.
out?
Well, I'd like you guys to be able to see the water drop, so
Okay,
I'd
we
zoom
can
in,
see it.
in this
Yeah.
area.
You want to zoom in a little bit? There you
Oh,
go.
yeah.
What happens when
Oh,
the
nice.
gain goes up to like 18? Does it blow out or is it exposed well?
Oh,
Yeah, it
it's
starts
blowing
blowing
out.
out.
That's fine. Let it blow out. Go up to
Looks like
18.
day.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Okay, so now are we at 18 and F2 and
F2.
so this is the
1/8.
brightest that we can get this without adding light to the scene, right?
Yeah.
So let's go up to our shutter speed now and start cranking the shutter speed up.
Up. Because it's going to take out light.
It'll take out light.
Yep.
Crank it up.
And see how high you can get it while still seeing some of the brightness of the water.
Okay, now it's
All right, it's
see
still
the
bright.
water
It's
really well.
60, 75, 90, 100.
150 starting to get dark.
Yep.
What's it doing as far as the motion? Does the motion seem different from what
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's
like
getting
way.
faster.
It's actually just like in
it
real
looks
life.
sharper, right? It looks
Yeah.
more crisp.
It looks sharper.
Yeah. This is the kind of thing
Was
like
that
if you
because
were-
of the? Was that because of the gain?
If we were to look at the individual frames of video, on the slow shutter speed, you might see a drop and you'd actually see a blur behind the drop. With the high shutter speed, if we were to look at an individual frame, you'd see the drops frozen in the midair. And the difference,
Yeah.
even at 30 frames per second, that difference is perceivable.
Yeah, I see it. Like when I lower it, or like when I boost it up, it gets faster.
Right.
But it gets darker too.
Let's make sure we're in manual focus by pressing this button right here. Go to manual focus, get that MF right there. That doesn't mean mother, it means manual focus. And now focus, change this ring back and forth. See that?
Oh, yeah.
So stay on him, now back to Maureen. And then, ooh, it takes a little bit of practice, then back to him. Now go ahead and stop the record. All right, so now we got the f-stop at f8, but we had to go to shutter speed of 1/8, and we had to do the gain at 18. All right, let's go ahead and stop that one.
That's overexposure. I got the 180.
So one.
Okay, there's a bunch of them. Don't hit the camera. Very good. See ya. You're burning.
Oh my God! Look at that. Looks like a blue cartoon.
This is the underexposed shot with 18 gain, and now with 0 gain.
Now we can't see where it is. Over here. Oh wow. That's like.
Alright, and DB overexposed. Alright, exposed DB.
This demonstrates normal shutter speed at
1/60th.
And with the adjustment, in progress.
This is adjusted to 3000 to show detail of the moon.
Yeah, this is our motion blur on our f-stop, right?
By creating a depth
Shutter
of
speed.
field.
Excuse me, shutter speed. Which one are we doing now? Sorry. The
Are you trying to get the backpack on the back?
Yeah, we're gonna rack it. Well, in a shot.
So it's blur red in front and it's sharp in the back. And you should be able to rack to the front here. Here we go. See that detail jump out on the...
Yeah. Where is that going?
Maybe you're on the wrong thumb.
Oh, it should be. See? There you go.
Yeah, max. Good. And now it's going to get really dark. Let it get dark. Go ahead and crank it all the way up. All right, good. So let's go to F8 now. Let's go to our gain and boost the gain up to 18 dB. Good. And let's go to the shutter speed and get our shutter speed slower. Get it down to 8 if you can. Good. All right, so now we've got our exposure back.
Wow.
But now you see both of them are sharp.
Yeah.
And you might be able to get a little bit of a rack focus if you try, but it's not going to be as apparent as it was before.
Yeah, it's really grainy too.
Yeah,
That's because we took the dBs all the way
because you
up.
took the dBs all the way up, the gain.
So it F all the way down.
That thing stuck on a ceiling and it shed skin again.
That looks
It's
crazy.
Like, oh snap! It creates
Beautiful.
like a seed or like a
Ah,
freaking
it's nice. It's fun.
Homework.
I think they're too far away. Autofocus off, manual focus on before.
You almost had it.
That's all the way unfocused. I'm almost thinking you have to. I got her and he's out. How do I get him? So I have to change something to get him the shutter speed.
The f-stop.
The f-stop. The f-stop or the shutter speed
The f-stop's when you change your focus, your depth of field.
in order to do it. Oh, wait a minute. I'm doing the shutter. I'm doing the I'm not doing the thing. Okay, that's when both of them. Now she's in focus and he's not.
Can they always do it that fast at night, or do you always just see that at night?
And of course, I mean, whatever you see on TV, who knows how to do it. Little remote control that just goes between the two.
All right, that's it. We've done.
Which means that it's practically open when it's zoomed in all the way in order to get the moon in frame. The shutter speed's at 1/1000th because the light is really bright coming off the moon. This is 3.2.
Yeah, no, you're falling asleep.
This is 3.4, 3.7, 4.0, 4.4, 4.8, 5.2, 5.6, 6.2, 6.7, 7.3, and then finally 8. And if I wanted to make this brighter, I could change the shutter speed to do so.
Which exposure are you doing the first?